Hello aspirants, welcome to UPSC Vidyalaya. In this session, let us learn about Hantavirus Pulmonary Syndrome. Whenever you come across the term pulmonary, it refers to anything related to the lungs. And you might wonder what is a syndrome. A syndrome is a collection of symptoms and signs that occur together and characterize a particular disease or a medical condition. So with this brief introduction, let's start today's session and this is presented by me, Shailaja Arati. This topic has recently been in the news because Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman's wife, Betsy Arakawa, has passed away due to Hantavirus Pulmonary Syndrome. From now onwards, let us actually refer this disease as HPS. It is a rare rodent-borne disease, so which is also called as a zoonotic disease. So what do you mean by zoonotic disease? Meaning it is caused or spread by through animals. Okay. So Gene Hackman himself has passed away a week later due to heart disease and the Alzheimer's disease. So what is this Alzheimer's disease? Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurological disorder that can cause brain cells to slowly degenerate and die. It leads to memory loss, confusion, difficulty in reasoning, behavioral changes, and inability to perform everyday tasks. It is the most common cause of dementia in the older adults. Now let us understand about some trivial information related to Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. It is discovered in the year 1993 in USA in this particular area that is called as Four Corners region. It belongs to the Bunyaviridae family and we already understood that it is a zoonotic disease caused by or spread through animals, in this case specifically the rodents, which means rats. Okay, once this disease occurs, what will happen? Severe illness and the death in the human beings at times can actually happen. Now let us understand about the geographical distribution of HPS. HPS is believed to be endemic to the Western Hemisphere, especially in the North and the Southern America. Why it is actually endemic to Western Hemisphere? Especially because the rodent species that carry and transmit the virus, such as the deer mice, cotton rats, and the rat rats, rice rats, are predominantly found in these regions. The virus spread easily in the environments where humans come in contact with the rodent droppings, urine, or saliva. At times, these strains are also observed in Europe as well as Asia, which causes hemorrhagic fever and the renal syndrome. So, what do you mean by renal syndrome? Whenever you come across renal, which always refers to kidneys. So, it is a condition that affects the kidneys, leading to problems like kidney failure, bleeding disorders, and low blood pressures. And most common HPS causing hantavirus is carried by the deer mouse. So what is the status in India? So there are still no major outbreaks which are reported till now. So as we have already understood that the reservoir hosts are supposed to be the rodents, especially the deer mice. Okay, in this particular case you can see, and apart from that, cotton rats, rice rats, and the whitefoot mice. So how it is actually caused? So the virus is excreted in the saliva, urine, and droppings of the rats. And as we already understood that it is a zoonotic disease, inhalation of the aerosolized virus particles from the rodent excreta, rodent bites, and contaminated food or dust exposure can eventually lead this virus to get transmitted to the human beings. Now let us understand about the pathogenesis of this particular virus. It is entered through the respiratory tract. Once it is entering through the respiratory tract, it affects the lung cells, hence leading to the pulmonary edema and the respiratory failure. So what do you mean by pulmonary edema? It is a serious condition where the fluid builds up in the lungs, making it difficult to breathe and causing severe respiratory distress. So the clinical symptoms. So once this HPS is attacked, so it takes 1 to 5 weeks for the disease to get pronounced. So after that, the hemorrhagic fever, chills, muscle aches, headache, fatigue, abdominal pain, chest tightness, and shortness of breath is usually observed. You're talking about the mortality rate, so it is very high. The risk is 30 to 40%. Now let us understand about the treatment of HPS. There is no specific or cure for this particular virus, and there is no antiviral treatment as well. So early hospitalization is very important. Apart from that, oxygen therapy and mechanical ventilation is also required. So blood tests are to be taken care, which we call it as a serological test. RT-PCR and chest X-rays are to be taken care. So how you can actually prevent it? So by obviously controlling the rodents population, by properly storing the food and safe cleaning methods like avoid sweeping dry rodent droppings and etc. And of course, the awareness programs should be taken care. I hope you have enjoyed today's lecture. All these articles are part of UPSC Anthropology Current Affairs. To download the PDFs to this lecture, simply scan the QR code on the screen or join our Telegram group using the link mentioned in the description and pinned in the first comment. Also, let us know in the comments which topics you would like us to cover next. We are always happy to help and guide you. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next lecture. Until then, take care and bye bye.